yeah, we're going to try this one more time. So we're going to do this and see if technology will let me get out here and finally talk about what I should be talking about. Maybe we can hear somebody. Maybe my levels is good. We're going to continue to try this. Yeah, it sound good this time. I appreciate you. This time. I'm going to thank everybody for holding steady with me. It was too important. I don't care if it took me 65 times to get this thing up and running. Loud and clear. I don't care if it took me 100 times up and running. Like, certain circumstances are too important. I'm sitting around here telling people like, oh, no. You are not going to, do not play with me today. You gonna mess up on me today? Out of all the days in the world, I done did 45,000 shows, and you decide that the internet and the headphones and the microphones and nothing don't want to work today? The devil is a lie. I tell you, he's a lie. He's a lie. Well, here's what we're going to do. I ain't never quitting. My joint might, you know what I'm saying? Listen, the stream might drop a couple of times, like the vocals might not be synced up, but this is too important to talk about what I'm talking about. This is way too important, and I'm going to thank every single person for stopping in. And if you stopped in for the 5th time and it dropped the 6th time, I want to thank you for waiting on this, because y'all need this. We got to talk about this. And before I get to the congratulatory things for the Cleveland Browns for the season, before I get to the congratulations for the season for the Cleveland Browns and for having a great year, there's a couple of things I want to talk about setting up next year. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about that I want to set up, and I want to be talked about so that we can go into next year and have a clear and concise understanding about what it is to talk about this game of football. Now, some of us might not understand where I'm going with this, but some of us will. Some of us might not understand and want to give this participation award. Okay. Some of us want to give that participation award. And let me go ahead and get this out real quick, because I don't know what might happen between now and, 36 minutes into this video or in this video. I don't know. I need to get this out. Let me talk to you guys really quickly. I've been telling you all year about one individual more than anything. I've been telling you about one individual more than anybody else. If you've watched my videos, if you talked, if you listened to anything that I've been talking about Joe Woods. I've been speaking about Joe Woods, right? I've been talking about his not willingness to bring pressure, his simple-minded nature about the way he goes about watching football and learning football. And I want to get to this before all the rest of the people in the media try to whitewash this thing and make it seem like, oh, well, we had a great year. Yeah, we had a great year. But in the words of the great Denny Green, we let him off the damn hook. We let him off the damn hook. We let a backup quarterback get comfortable. And we need to hear this. We need to talk about this. We let a backup quarterback run for 14 yards. And you know why he ran for 14 yards? Because you didn't bring anybody. You brought 4 again. The same way you did against Patrick Mahomes. The same way you did against David Carr. The same way you did against Sam Darnold. You didn't change up one thing. Not one. I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to talk about this. Before I give out these participation citizenship awards, listen, you may not like me. You may not want to hear what I want to talk about. But I'm the only person, and if they want to come along lately and talk about it too, y'all can come on, jump aboard. Before we give it the participation awards, clap it up for Stefanski, clap it up for Baker, clap it up for the team, because they played their asses off. But we ain't gonna talk about this. You had an opportunity, and you consistently came out there and you were not aggressive. You did not seize the day. And you let a backup quarterback, when Patrick Mahomes, the MVP, was in that locker room, and you had an opportunity to just give the offensive. I ain't asking for much. I'm not asking for much. I just want an opportunity for that offense to get the ball back. They earned that. They earned that. And you let Chad Henne run down the sideline like he the second coming of Michael Vick, standing up doing all kind of first down poses. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. They fought their asses off to have the right, to have the ability to at least affect the game. I played this game. And you know what? Let me talk to y'all for a second. You might not like me. Unfollow me. You might not like that. I might be talking too real for you. I might be talking too much real talk for y'all right now. But this is for the people that like real talk. Let's get all the politics out the game. I played this game, and you know what I saw, people? Kevin Stefanski played his tail off. He coached it. You know what? I didn't like his game plan in the first half, but you know what? He got it together in that second half. He's going to win Coach of the Year. Let's talk about this. When I played this game, it is timeout for coaches on that sidelines who are cashing checks. This coaching carousel. You get let go over here and you get a job over here. You get let go over here and guess what? You get a job over here. It's time out for coaches getting passes out here. That was a pass. I told you all year. Woods needs to be aggressive. I don't have a problem with the Cleveland Browns losing today to a team that's been in the Super Bowl, to a Hall of Fame quarterback, to a Hall of Fame coach, to a Eric Bieniemy that deserves a shot to be a head coach in this league. But you know what I do have a problem with? I got a problem with you don't leave it all on the field. You don't blitz. You don't pressure. You don't mix it up with nobody. You sit back and you play coverage and you let a guy run for 3rd and 14. When is the last time you've seen a backup quarterback run for 14 yards? Don't tell me about how many people he had out. He had Denzel Ward back. He had Harrison back. He had Goodson back. He had his people back today. And he didn't come up with a game plan good enough to give his people a shot to do something. And this is what I'm talking about. And this is not going to get missed. I had to get on this airwave today and talk about this because this is not going to get swept under the rug. Because come Monday, guess what's going to happen? It's pats on the back and hugs, and the Browns did well. Yes, they did well. And I'm going to give them their flowers too. But I want it to be known. I want it to be marked down. I want it in the stones. Who told you that they was playing soft and they never brought anybody? Sam Darnold did the same thing. Colt McCoy did the same thing. And I heard excuse after excuse after excuse. Oh, he ain't got his guys, G. Bush. Hey, we won, G. Bush. Just let it go. You're being a negative Nancy. Listen, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. I talk about the game. My job is not to rub shoulders, hug guys, give citizenships awards. That's what I do. I talk about the game. I believe when you watch football, you got a level of integrity about talking about what football means. When I watch film and you watch 6 hours of film on Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, and you watch them 6 hours, I expected defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns to be watching tape and film. And when I see you let people off the hook, you cannot let a backup quarterback come in there and be comfortable. 4th and 1, we'll go for it. Let's find Kelce. And it's not about just the 4th down play. It's the plays before you get to that. You got a guy down 2nd and 15 after the crackback block, after the 15-yard penalty. You know what's coming. Down in distance. Do you understand what's coming? You don't play soft and let them get half of that back. It's simple defensive principles. Simple defensive principles. The Cleveland Browns had an opportunity today. And they let it slip a little bit. They let it slip. But it was not for those guys on the field. I feel they left it out there. I feel they left it there. And here's my thought process, and I'm coming from a player's point of view. Let me be aggressive. Let me go after it. Don't let us be out here. Don't let us lose games to guys with lesser talent than us, and don't let us go after it. And that's what I saw today. It's what I saw all year. And these type of things will come back and haunt you. It ain't against the Raiders. It's not against the Jets. It's not against the Giants. Those things will come back to haunt you. I tweeted in that game right when they got that turnover. I said, listen, the game is there. It's there for the taking. Sometimes it's not about making baby steps. It's about who's going to step up and make those plays. Who's going to step up and do something. And sometimes it comes down to coaching. Andy Reid put faith in Chad Henne to throw a pass on 4th and 1 with the game on the line. He had confidence in a guy who had not thrown a pass all year. He said, I got confidence in you. So if he has confidence in that guy, in Henne, why do you not have confidence in your defensive backs that they can hold up for a half a more second long while you bring blitz and be aggressive? Those are the things, the small inches between championships and going home. I'm trying to show you that. One coach says, I got faith in you. The other coach says, I'm playing not to win. I'm playing because I'm scared. Maybe somebody might fall down. No. You see the difference. I do want to wrap a bow on this. I do want to say, moving forward, looking at this game, I think that we see as Browns fans, we see the level of where the Chiefs are. And I see the level that you guys want to get to, where we want to get to. We see where we need to get to, right? We see. Do you see all the weapons that they have? You know, playing the Chiefs, and I want to give the Chiefs credit. And that's the first thing I want to do. I want to clap it up, and I'm going to I want to give a clap to everybody out there. I want to give a shout out to the Chiefs, because I'll give them credit. They ain't quit. The Chiefs came out there, and that backup quarterback Henne could have came in here, and the whole tent could have folded. I thought Kelce on that 4th down play, was backbreaking. I thought Kelsey played his tail off. That dude is a walking Hall of Famer. Prior to Cleveland, that dude is a walking Hall of Famer. Big time player. I thought Tyreek Hill played huge. Henny played huge coming in the minutes. Big minutes. I thought he played big. On the other side of the football, I think when you look at the Browns, I would have liked to, and you let me know out there. You let me know out there. All those individuals out there on Periscope, if you're still out here watching on Twitter, if you got there on YouTube, shout out to YouTube, shout out to the Facebook groups. I would have liked to stick to the run game a little more, man. I would have liked to stick out. I wanted a little more solid with the run game. I wanted more of the run game in the beginning of that first half. That run game was a thing. I wanted to see that. I'll tell you what. I wanted to see that, and I appreciate you out there. Shout out to the super chat. Rosie B says facts. I want to shout out to that. Shout out to the super chat out there on YouTube. I appreciate y'all for holding me down. Matter of fact, and I want to give a shout out before we get back into some of the other things, because what I really want to do is I want to preview some areas for the next year. I want to talk about this season a little bit. In some positive terms, and I want to talk to you guys and see what we're missing. What's the main ingredient? What's the main ingredient that we're missing? But I also want to thank you for showing love every single week of the year. It can be tough, doing Browns, just only Browns, right? You're doing Browns, just Browns on YouTube. I want to thank every single person out there that was showing love and rocking and rolling with me every single day. Just supporting the Browns, supporting the channel. We did this for, it seemed like from Jump Street. The pandemic happened. We didn't even know the season was going to happen. We all emotional right now. But I want to thank y'all for supporting the channel, supporting the barbershop, supporting, analysis. I want to thank you guys. For supporting the channel, everybody who sent a super chat, everybody who subscribed to the channel, everybody who watches the live streams. I'm going to thank y'all for doing that. Because at the end of the day, we grow the Browns community, we grow the Browns movement, and we all agree that the Cleveland Browns, no matter if they won, lose, or draw today, we all agree that the Cleveland Browns answered and checked a lot of spaces off the box today. They got the coach, they got the GM, and they got the quarterback. Say it again. They got the coach, they got the GM, and they got the quarterback. They found all of those joints. They found them. And how many years did we go into this game? How many years were we going into this thing and saying, we don't know if we got one of these three or which one of them is going to help each other fire each other, right? Let's go to the chats real quick. Let's check this out real quick before we transition and look at, let's see what we got. I'm seeing a lot of Woods stuff. I'm seeing a lot of Woods. I think Woods, I'll say this. There's a couple of things that we need that we need to talk about. We'll talk about this. The Browns have to address two things moving forward. Browns are going to have to address this. This thought process that the Browns don't need linebackers. Rip that. Andrew Berry, if you listening to me, I know you ain't. I wouldn't listen to me either after this game. Andrew Berry, this thought process that the Browns don't need quarterbacks, stop it. Or linebackers, stop it. Stop with this situation with the linebacker game plan. Stop. You need linebackers. We've seen all year. Do not come out here with this free agency stuff. Talk about we signing stuff off the bottom of the barrel basket. Damon Leggett, you're correct. We do need linebackers. Yes, we do need linebackers. Good gracious. I mean, Goodson did his thing for what it is, but when you see today, Taki is a young player, but Taki is a special teams guy. Hey, man, you playing around with me. Roberto says, they got Taki, fam. Don't you play with me. Yo, listen. Robert said they need everything on defense. Everything. All the above letter D. Let me talk to you right here. Let me get close to you. And you need everything. But first and foremost, we can't assume Greedy Williams is ever. Somebody DM me, talk to me about this thing. Matter of fact, and by the way, when you guys come in, please like the video. Like the video. Please like the video. It helps the channel grow. Please like and subscribe. I love you guys to death. Please like. Billings? We haven't seen Billings yet. We ain't seen Billings. Defensive tackle out of Missouri. We haven't seen him. We need this. First and foremost, I'm going to ask on the chat. I'm going to ask the number one priority. Listen very closely on the chat. Number one priority. Number one, I'm going to ask for an opposite pass rusher, opposite Myles Garrett, number one. Number two, a impact linebacker. Or number three, another lockdown corner opposite Greedy Williams. Please. Super chat is available, by the way. If you want to super chat, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to go and throw this out to the rest of the community. Repeat it again. Number one, what is the most coveted position on the Browns defense? One, pass rusher, opposite of Myles Garrett. Two, impact linebacker. That's outside or inside. Strong middle linebacker or will linebacker. Or three, cornerback, opposite of Denzel Ward. Those are your choices. Those are your opportunities. And those are what we're talking about right now. 1, 2, 3. 1 is the pass rusher, opposite Myles Garrett. 2 is a backer, and 3 is a corner. I'm looking in the chat section. Let's go ahead and tally these up. Let's get it going, chat. Let's see what we got. We need to talk about this defense situation. We got to talk about the defense. Offense is set. There's nothing to talk about offensively. There's no need to talk about Baker. The 2 running backs. We got 66 tight ends. We got OBJ coming back. We got 99 receivers. Offensive line is number 1 in the game. We need to talk about this defense. That's what we need to talk about. What we're looking at. I see a lot of threes. Threes. Hey, set apart last. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you. All things considered, we have really seen the best of Joe Woods because our defense is not really healthy. I will give you this. Joe Woods gets this. You have not seen the impact of the defensive Delpit, the safety out of LSU. You have not seen him. But I have to naturally assume that he's not going to come back ready to go. He has an Achilles injury. Achilles are devastating. I see a lot of threes. Let's see. Let me see. 3. I see defensive end. Right now, as a community, I'm seeing in the chat, corner looks like it's probably one of the biggest positions. Corner, let me see. Jeremy, Woods got to go. Sorry. B. Skrills, linebacker, pass rushers. Let's see. Hold on. The ones, hold on. Where you at? I see a lot of Dan Rosin, 2. I see backers. Mickey Jr., 2. Backers is coming up. Okay, let's see. I see 2s is coming up here. Let's keep it moving. Let's see. I'll tell you what, it's a mixed bag right now. Okay, I'll answer that. I will answer that. It's a lot of twos. A lot of twos right now. Let's talk about this. Somebody talked about and say, yo, where's Greedy at? Where's Greedy at? Now, let me tell you this. I got nerve damage in my neck. Greedy Williams, and this is inside information. I don't got much information on most people, but Greedy Williams has nerve damage. And he's a guy who has been out the whole year. Started off as a stinger. Looks like some sort of damage as far as his nerve is concerned. Was on IR the rest of the year. Let me tell you about this from a guy who had neck surgery. I don't do nothing for a living. I sit on this microphone and I talk to people. I talk to you guys out there. I don't do nothing. I ain't tackling nobody no more. Greedy Williams was already smallish. As you can tell, Denzel Ward is consistently on the IR. Greedy was injured last year. He missed all this year. You guys have to operate as if Greedy Williams is not going to be with the team. That in your mind, you got to operate as if Greedy is not with the ball club. If he comes back, I'm not wishing nothing on nobody. I want him back. I think he has a ton of potential. Repeat, ton of potential. Think he has good skills. Loved him coming out of LSU. But I understand what that is. I just understand what that is. I understand what that is. He's smallish. Yes, he's smallish. You can't be around here tackling fullbacks and coming up hitting people. That's not what it is, bro. You're not tackling people like that and you small and you got nerve damage. Listen, I know what it is. I don't tell you guys nothing unless I know what I'm talking about. I don't tell you about a bunch. I'm like, listen, I don't got no inside information. But when I heard that, I said, oh, okay. Okay. Tell you this. Donna Vancaro says, and appreciate you. She's been holding me down in the barbershop since day one. Big fan of the barbershop. Thank you, Donna. She said, would you sign back Vernon? That's a big decision for the Cleveland Browns. That's a huge decision for the Cleveland Browns. Because when you're looking at Vernon, to me, he played the most consistent down the stretch. He played his tail off. He was getting pressures when Myles Garrett went out. Hondan, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for the super chat. Shout out to you. VIP Barbershop Clipper Game. I appreciate you, bro. Supporting the live and everybody else that out there that's supporting the super chat. I appreciate you so much, man. Ron Hampton says, let's keep it 100. He was hurt a rookie, missed his entire second year. It was a wasted pick. He'll never play down for us again. I hope it ain't so. Say it ain't so. But let me just tell you about what I know about nerve injuries. I do an office job. I be sitting here sometimes beat up. Just sitting here. I be just sitting here. Just on my chair like, ooh, I feel bad. I ain't tackled a soul in over 12 years, 15, 20 years. I ain't tackled nobody. It's tough. It's tough. Io, shout out to Io, man. Io, what's good, man? Appreciate the super chat. Salute to Io out there, man. Appreciate you, fam. He out there. Penn State still ain't no good, though. Penn State still ain't no good, though. And I need you in that fantasy league, too. It's kind of dry out there. I done won it this year. They won the fantasy league, Io. I got the belt. Talk to Booker, man. Appreciate you. Spencer Davies, shout out to you. Great work and everything you do in the basketball. Appreciate you, man, as well. Appreciate you guys, man. Draft prospects, I'm going to keep it real. This is an unusual place for the Cleveland Browns. You're not going to be in the top what? Where are we at? We're not going to be in the top 20. You're not going to be somewhere where you can just take off and just, hey, we need this, and that. I'm telling you like this. Yeah. Somebody said, I'm tired of moral victory. Who cares, man? We lost the damn game. We could have won. Just getting old. Man, you like me. You like me. You know how they say you never go to the grocery store and shop when you're hungry? How many of y'all go to the grocery store and shop when you're hungry? If you with your girl, don't do it. I told my girl the other day, don't ever take me to the grocery store when I'm hungry. Because I'm going to get Pop-Tarts. I'm going to come out there with pizza rolls, Pop-Tarts, and Hawaiian Punch. Ain't going to be nothing. Ain't going to be no food for the week because I'm hungry now. And that's like doing a live stream after the Browns lose to a team when Patrick Mahomes is out for the game. It's a bad look. Yeah, Matthew, that's a mistake. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm trying, because what happens is, man, it's the emotions is raw right now. The emotions is here. I'm supposed to, on the radio, when I'm doing a show in a barbershop, I got 24 hours to think about something. If the Browns lose, I can go to sleep. I'm sleep tired. I go wake back up. Oh, I can think of things to say. My man, Trouble Wubba 24, man. Hey, Glenn Francis, man, I appreciate you, man. Greed, tired of moral victories. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you guys, man. Man, I love you guys to death, man. Love y'all to death. You know what's so crazy is I got emotional because, I started doing the live streams and stuff, probably, I think week 14 or something. And it's I got used to doing it. I got used to doing the live streams and being on with Ken and Anthony and being the live streams and then getting on Twitter and then just saying knee-jerk reaction crazy things on Twitter, saying crazy stuff like, oh my gosh, I hate all these people. And then the Browns win and then get on here and talk to you guys. It's almost like the last day of school. You're like, whoa. You remember that last day of school in middle school where you just go to another high school and you just got to start all over? You'd be like, this is crazy. Now it's I think this is a reality. This is a reality because I wanted, all jokes aside, man. Hey, Willie Ashford, I thank you. Woods has to go. He's been holding the team back, letting CFL QBs execute third and longs. Remember the Baltimore game? I try to tell him, Willie, thank you so much for the super chat. I try to tell him. And listen, if you don't know how many people, I get all kind of crazy, messages. You're just negative. You got to be positive, G-Bosh. G-Bosh, you got to be positive. Woods doesn't have his guys. His guys aren't there, G-Bosh. Let him live and breathe a little bit. Baker's winning right now, and Woods doesn't have his people. I'm like, bro, that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. It's going to come back and hit you. It's going to come back and hit you right in the mouth. Oh, and by the way, anybody out there, let's go ahead and get the crowd back excited in this thing. How many of us believe that we're just gonna go with 5? I like 5. No, we're not gonna do that. Can we get a 13? If you think Odell Beckham we might need him next year. I think they could have used him today. See me, I'm a guy. I like people, and I like what Tyreek Hill was offering today. If you can go ahead and hit me with a 1-3 in the chat, I appreciate it. Because for me, I'm a guy who appreciates people that can spread the offense and stretch the defense. The Cleveland Browns is a couple of pieces away. And people telling me we got to get rid of him. Can you imagine Hollywood Higgins working in the slot instead of on their second corner? I'm just trying to preach something to y'all and let y'all know what I'm seeing. I see a bunch of 13s in it. Stop playing. This is the stuff I'm talking about. Somebody said, Mario Davis said, trade Odell Beckham for a whole defense. silly. But that 13, listen, you won away. You won away. That's why I wasn't salty today a little bit. I wasn't salty a little bit. We won away. We're a couple of pieces away. People was waiting for Baker to shadow realm his team. People was ready for Odell Beckham to say, I don't need them. They ain't going to win without me. You heard what he said? You heard what he told people? Don't be surprised that the Browns beat them boys today. We won away. That side of the football is done. All we got to do is get you a couple of pieces on that side of the football. Come on now. Come on now. Nate's World TV. Keep Odell, get you some DBs and whew. Look, man. Mario, we was minutes away. Why you think I'm just trying to give it to you like this. I'm trying to give it to you like this. We got everything we need. We got everything we need on the opposite side of football. Why you think I ain't going crazy? I went crazy the first 20. I went crazy the first 20. But we got 13 coming. Chubb will be all right. You know how Chubb will be all right. You know how hard Chubb going to work in this offseason? Them 2 drops hurt us. But Chubb going to run. Chubb going to work on that in the offseason. He going to work on that. He going to be all right. We'll get that together. Chubb going to work on that. He better than that. We'll get that together. I'll tell you this. He going to work. I'll tell you this. The Cleveland Browns, more than anything. And we're going to put a nice little bow on this thing, man. More than anything. And we're going to take y'all, y'all's comments. Get your comments in. You want to get your comments in? This is a beautiful thing. And I wanted to come full circle with it. I wanted to come full circle. It started off kind of crazy, man. It started off kind of crazy, man. But more than anything, we came as an organization and we came in as a community a long way today, man. We came a long way, man. And I want to talk about where we came everywhere. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to come together and talk about something great. Listen, no matter what people will say, the Cleveland Browns, there was an opportunity this year that the Cleveland Browns and nobody thought we was gonna play no football. We wasn't gonna have no football, man. And it was a time where we was all quarantined, and it was a time where we wasn't gonna get no football. It was just gonna be us quarantined, working from home. And slowly but surely, they let the high schools play a couple games. Slowly but surely, they said, we ain't going to have no preseason games, but we're going to have football. And let's talk about what sports did. Let's talk about what sports did. Because the Cleveland Browns, in a year when no fans available, and the Ohio State Buckeyes, when no fans available, they did something that didn't people think was possible. Ohio State went to the national championship, and they didn't play no games till November. Football and sports mean something. It means something. The Cleveland Browns matter more than what any politics talking about. Any politics. and saying, Big L, man, I appreciate you. I'm so late. I missed out. But how do you feel about Joe Woods? Oh, man, listen, Joe Woods, by the way, shout out to Joe Woods. It was nice knowing you. We got to get you as a new D coordinator. He late to the party. But I want to say this. The Cleveland Browns, as a community, no matter where along on this political spectrum you sit, the Cleveland Browns showed you something. You know what they showed you? Take a look and take an example from what the Cleveland Browns did this year. You know what they said? It don't matter what you looking at. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter what religion you are. It's about overcoming stuff. It's about sticking together. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns made a loss tonight. But guess what? We looking forward to something, ain't we? We're looking forward to something, ain't we? Cleveland Browns made a loss tonight, but we done moved this whole thing forward. And that's something you could teach to everybody in the community. That's something everybody in the world can learn from. And you may think it's corny, and you may think it's cheesy, but at the end of the day, the Cleveland Browns mean something more to us than every other team in this game. When I go to the grocery stores, when I go out in these streets, they say, yo, G. Bush, how about them Browns? And I don't know that person, but you know what I do? I give them that fist pound. I say, yep, how about them Browns? You need to take that same attitude and you need to translate that. And everything you doing, show people love. Say thank you. Show gratitude. It ain't the end of the world if you take an L. We took one today. We're going to all wake up and go to work tomorrow. We're going to figure out how we get better, and we're going to figure out how we get this thing done. I don't like giving charity speeches. I ain't trying to preach to nobody. But at the end of the day, Cleveland Browns is on the right track. We on the right track. And this team did a lot for me this year. It did so much for me this year. Being able to be on this live stream, being able to talk about something. Alexander Worthy, hell of a ride, Browns over everything. Thank you so much, sir, for the super chat. Thank you so much. They did a lot for me. I know they did a lot for a lot of people. I had so many people say, man, I've never seen my Browns in this light. Never had so much fun talking about the Browns, hearing about the Browns. And at the end of the day, it just goes to show you, sports matter, football matters, competition matters. It all matters. So I want to thank y'all for supporting the barbershop. I want to thank you guys. Please like, please subscribe, please continue to support the barbershop, and more than anything about support me. Please. Please, if you don't listen to nothing else I'm saying, support each other. You hear me? Support each other. And that's what it's about. It's G. Bush. We're going to get it done. I'll talk to y'all again soon.